If you are under the age of 18 and are watching this video, please stop now. This content was not intended for you.
Hey everybody, it's TMIKA and I am here with a Come Craft With Me using Elizabeth Craft Designs. I will have a link in the description box to an unboxing of all the dies and things that I received from Elizabeth Crafts. I'm doing a voiceover because I am totally, at the moment of recording this video, crafting with my friends. So grab yourself some coffee and let's get to it. I'm using the digital paper that I downloaded from Etsy. I used this same paper on the cover of my planner, and then I printed out some family photos from our Christmas. So I'm using Planner Essentials 20, and it is this gorgeous heart set, half heart. I absolutely love it. I'll show you this paper here in a second, but it's just a jean paper that I've had for a while. And right now I'm currently just trying to figure out the configurations of how I'm going to get these pictures on this planner, and they absolutely come out so perfect. Right now it doesn't look like I have enough space. It looks like I'm running out of room, but you know, we're crafters. We can kind of make it work, make it do what it do. So I cut the die in heavyweight cardstock, then I cut it in that jean cardstock, and I also cut it in that pattern paper. There's that pack. It's a 12 by 12, just different denim papers. And then I cut it in my digital paper, and then again in my photos. So you'll see that, you know, it doesn't all meet at the bottom. They seems like they don't all fit, but they will. I also did the strips of the holes where the holes will go, so that I can have a denim lining on that as well. I'm using some Eileen's tacky glue to adhere my papers together. That denim covered paper is kind of heavy, so I want to make sure that the paper stays on there, and I needed to use wet glue so I can have some time to move things around. So see, there we go. I didn't have it lined up perfectly, and I needed to use that wet glue so I can get it all together. Plus I'm chatting, and you know, you focus, but you're not really focused. So I just do that to obviously both sides, because I want the page to have an open layout. I want to be able to flip and flop through my planner, my 365 about me planner. I forget the professional name that I named it, but I want to be able to flip through and go through and have some fun with my interaction of my book. So that's all glued together. And now I'm going to lay the journal pieces, not journal pieces, guys, the paper that I printed out, the digital paper that I printed out. I'm going to take off the border because I really want to see the denim. So I'm also going to cut this a little bit smaller around the curved edges, so that I can do like a layer on the inside, and then I rough the edges up with the back of my scissors to create a tattered look, you know, mixed media, grunge kind of. I'm really experiencing some creativity here. So I go ahead and I get that laid down, and I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. And I'm going to add some more of this wet glue because it's going on that fabric-ish paper. So it's so cute. I love layers, and it makes it for a thick page. And yep, I'm going to cut those borders off. I knew that I wasn't going to use those, so I wasn't really concerned about the cleanliness of it. But we'll fix this little bottom half where I'm running out of paper down at the bottom, because I only printed an 8.5 by 11 with the digital print. I didn't want to spread it out and lose how the digital paper was working for me, so I didn't want to open that up to a 12 by 12, but that's okay. We'll fix it, and you will never know. No one's gonna know the beauty of paper crafting. So I get this distress. One of my favorite techniques to do on paper is to do that with the back of my scissors. More glue on the back, and then somebody said something funny, so I literally had to stop and be like, y'all, I need to work and we need to craft, but stop being funny. That's those doggone Cheryl and Audrey. We crafted literally the whole day, guys. Like, we woke up and said we'll meet at 10, and we crafted till like 10, 9, 10 that night. So Sundays are my craft days. I usually grab me some coffee, grab me some food, and I am downstairs all day doing some work. So that's all put together. Now it's time to layer these pictures. And the original thing that I was going to do was try to have like a little flap, have it flip open, but I didn't trust the paper that I had printed it on, and I didn't want it to be flimsy, so I decided not to go through with it. And this is me adding that little denim strip that I cut out earlier with the scraps left over from the paper cutting the bigger hearts out. Don't worry, it looks like it's not going to fit. In the end, honey, it will all come together. Get these pieces together. Use your scraps. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. That is the beauty of it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut around this so that it can at least be neat. And we'll move on to the next step, because I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so I got all that done and I got it all cleaned up, and so I'm just going to layer on top and make sure everything fits. Do some more touching up of the edges, and then I realized that I don't like the little border that's on there that I didn't cut off earlier, so I'm just going to snip that down. I just cut the photos in half so everybody's in a photo. I got all the people, got all the children, everybody is in the photo. I just want to make sure that everybody was in on this page. And this is just my family during Christmas time. I had made everybody a t-shirt on there, and everybody had on their t-shirt. Even the baby, I actually literally made him a t-shirt, like sewed up a shirt, because they don't sell tiny black t-shirts for 5-month-olds. So I had to make him a shirt. Then I did the heat transfer on that, and I have a video of that and how I packaged it up and presented it to everybody. I'll post that down below if you guys are interested. But I wanted to make sure that everybody was in this photo, so I just pieced 2 photos together, and one's on one side and one's on the other. And then I added that wet glue again to make sure everything sits, because this is, again, we're messing with fabric and regular paper and digital printed paper and all that kind of stuff. So touch up with a little hot glue. So there we go. It's exactly how I want it to be. Absolutely love it. But now it's time to add some extras. So I'm grabbing my paper clip. This is in a copper color because it's going to match some paint that I'm going to use later. And this is my Munbin printer. I'll have a tutorial on this later, but I just printed out the word family on there, and I wanted to use it like a little page flag, and it's a sticker. This is a nice, quick and easy machine, has a cool little app. So again, I'll have a little video on that later, and I am just pulling the sticker through the paper clip, and then I'm going to grab my little powder duster sticker remover thing, that's what that's called, from the back so it doesn't stick to my page, and takes off all the sticky. Clamp that on the page. It says family. It's so cute. Add a little hot glue behind there so that knows to stay permanently, and that's it on that. So I have the offset. This is the die that still comes with this Planner Essentials 20. It had this love die, and the hearts and all the stuff was included in the set. So I am just going to take the love, and I decided to just hot glue that instead of using wet glue. And I'm going to take this love and I'm going to put it on my paper here, because it's all about family love, or love of family, which, if you know me, if at all, you know that I absolutely love my family. That's been my whole goal in life, is to, when I had children, to raise them, 1, better than I was raised, and 2, with more love and care and compassion than I was raised, for the most part. And so yeah, I thoroughly enjoy being a mom, or I thoroughly enjoy, but definitely love being a parent of young children. So anyway, we're moving on to that sensitive moment, to this paint, and I can't think of the name of the paint, but it's, I don't know, I'm not even gonna lie, but it's an awesome metallic paint. I'm using this artsy stencil. It did not work out as I planned, because the paint was looser than I guessed it to be. So I wanted to be thick like a stencil. I should have mixed it with some texture paste, but I didn't think of that because, again, my friends were distracting me. So I ended up just scooping. Don't do this technique, but I ended up just scooping it on with the sequin spoon. Like, yeah, this is definitely gonna work. I didn't even washi tape it down. Like, it's lifting up. I just didn't do this correct. And then I pick it up and I'm shocked, like, what? It didn't come through right? No, Tamika. First of all, I'm on layered uneven surfaces and it just didn't, but that's okay. I keep these mistakes in so you guys can see how we can turn it into a magical moment. I grab myself a little wet wipe, take off the excess, and I just gently, I'm speeding it up now, but I gently go around the areas to clean up the background noise. But it looks so cute. It almost looks as if I used a rub on. I love it. Better than what I was expecting it to do originally. So kudos to me. And then I went back in and did the same thing to the other side because I liked it that much. I put the stencil on, let it dry for a quick second, rub it off with a little bit of a wet wipe, and it has that foiling. Look at me, got in with extra, put a little bit on, rub it on with my finger. I'm getting real bold now, but now I've wet the paper too much, so I'm like, okay, let's stop doing that. And then yeah, I went in real bold and was like, okay, I'm gonna do this again. So now I'm taking texture paste because I did want to have a little bit of raised on my layout, you know, mixed media and getting all this stuff done. So I take a little bit of the texture paste and then I kind of pack it on there, hold it really tight, and then we have that raised edge up there, and it looks amazing. I'm sitting here like, that is so cute. So I'm gonna do it again on the other side because whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other. That is like the law. So I grab me a little place where I want the words to be. That's where I want it to be. And I just kind of I'm more confident now. Look at me. I'm throwing the whole thing on there. Got a little too confident because now I have it on the denim, which I'll have to go back and clean up later. So here I am. Okay, I don't want it right there on top of my faux foil that I just made. So I clean all of that off. I grab a little wet wipe, clean it up with my nails, make sure it's nice and crisp. Then let's put this away. It's time to put that away for now. We've done enough wet on top of this paper. So I'm going to wipe off, like kind of give the denim a bath with the little wet wipe, and then I glue it down back to where we started from. I'm done. I'm not messing with that anymore on this page. And then this heart came in the set as well. I figure I want to place that just over there, you know, love, heart, family, and I'm looking at it like, I love this. I'm literally sitting back like, this is so cute. Absolutely love it. I'm taking some markers that I received, and you guys will see an unboxing on this as well. I'm trying to catch up with everything, girls. I'm seriously. But anyway, these fine tip markers, and they have double ends, and it's so many. It's like a group of 1,000 of these different color pens on one end, double brush tips on the other. So it has a coloring book and some heads to replace. Awesome package. You know, I'll have that later, but right now we're focusing on this. So I took one of the markers and I made some faux stitching because why? I didn't want to take my lazy self upstairs to go get the sewing machine because I was crafting with Cheryl and Audrey. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to add some faux stitching on my thing because I really wanted to add stitching. Plus, also, if I was going to add the stitching, I should have added it before I laid it on top of the denim. So it was like, okay, I'm going to do faux stitching for this, but for future, I am going to go ahead and do it right and grab my sewing machine. So I have a little crafty sewing machine that I purchased just for my paper crafts. I'll do an unboxing on that as well. But for now, just know that it's there, so I'll have it. So I did the stitching on both of the smaller heart and the larger heart, half hearts, and boom, that's done. And I'm just sitting there, guys, this is so cute. That's what I'm saying to them. So now I gotta finish my page with what, if you know me, some splatters and some black splatters to make the stitching pop, to bring out the black elements, to bring out the distress, to bring out the mixed media, and it was giving me life. So now it's time for me to journal. And if I don't do it now, chances are reduced by 60% that I will do it later. So I finish my project right then. I'm listening to them chat and share and cook, and they're doing a bunch of stuff. We're having a good time. And I write my journaling, what I need it to say, my feelings, my sensitive moments, what I feel about this moment, period, how I feel while I'm crafting this, which is the whole focus, the whole point of making this 365-ish journal, photo memory book journal. You know what? Y'all help me think of something cool, a cool tagline for that. Then we can work together and, you know, I'll name it that. But if you saw the first video of the unboxing, this is just me detailing parts of my life, the experiences that I go through, because I don't have any little babies in the house to be, you know, my life is not that interesting enough to be having a bunch of photo opportunities. Now I have a little grandson, so I'll definitely be filling it in with lots of pictures of him, and my last little baby will be 17 this year. So, you know, it's about me, and I'm journaling things that happen that I really want to document and come back and look at later. So this is one of those moments, us all getting together for Christmas, eating, laughing, sharing gifts, and just enjoying each other's company, all with the noise and the chaos that comes with it. So I finished my journaling for this page. I left the second page blank to allow journaling space for the next layout. There is my planner cover, and all I have to do is add these to the book binding, and I just I cannot tell you enough how much I love this cover. I can't tell you enough. I literally can't. But I'm like, I want to put some hole reinforcers on here, because I'm thinking I'm going to be flipping and opening. Other people are going to be flipping and going through it. Even though there's several layers of paper, we have the denim, we have the digital paper printed out, and the cardstock that's on the back. I thought it would look nice to have the copper come in together. So I'm using some copper paper from Cardstock Warehouse, and I'm adding it with a little hot glue on my rings, and there's 6 holes. So it'll hold, it's a hole reinforcer, so it'll definitely hold everything together. All of my pages won't be layered as much as this is, because I have the spine and all those other layers, so it won't be as thick. But I definitely wanted to start in the habit of putting hole reinforcers on all my pages, and this is a thick enough paper to be able to do that with. So, and plus it brings a pop, and it helps to tie everything in with all the other copper elements that I was using. So now I can go ahead and plop this back inside the binder, and it just, for my first page, it looks amazing, and I am very happy with it. So thank you guys for joining me on this Come Craft with me. This is how everything turned out. This is featuring Elizabeth Craft Designs and awesome supplies that you can find on their website. Get into it, y'all. You can find all the links to everything that I mentioned down below in the description box. All right, if you have a second, take a second, like this video, and let me know what you think. Talk to you guys later. Bye.